Hi there, it's Naho here. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I'd like to share for non-native English speaker to be able to read English novels. But before getting to it, I would like to give you a quick disclaimer. The tips I'm going to introduce you is not based on scientific evidence or scientific research, just based on my experience. So if you're like, oh God, I don't need subjective advice for God's sake. If you feel like in that way, I really recommend you to skip this video and please use your time wisely. So honestly, I often feel like in that way whenever I encounter the video whose title is quite intense. For example, the dictation is useless for improving your English. That kind of title really turns me off. Like whether the method does work or not really depends on people. It works for some people, but it doesn't work for some people. So I feel like, oh, don't say like that. And at the same time, I know that people put the kind of intense title to grab people's attention and encourage people to click on the video, but I don't really like that. Yeah, sorry for having a tricked mind. So maybe some people are disappointed at not being able to read English novels because of same reason as I am. So yeah, I make this video hoping that the tip help you to read English novels. So if you are interested in it, yeah, let's get into it. So I haven't been able to read or finish English novel for a long time, even though I have been studying English for more than 10 years. But last weekend, I could finish this one. I could finish reading this one. Eleanor Orphan is completely fine, written by Gail Hanneman. In order to finish this book, I try to keep in mind only one thing, that is not Googling and not looking up a dictionary when encountering the new words. I don't know. Some people can skip it and proceed reading, but I can't. My MBTI personality is INTP, so I want to Google everything I don't know. And if I leave it without knowing, I feel really uncomfortable. But the most important thing to enjoy the story is to grasp the story. But I'm quite distracted by researching words. Indeed, so many new vocabularies, pops up everywhere in the novel, especially in contemporary novels. So I don't have experience of living in English-speaking country for a long time, so I don't really have a chance to talk to native English speaker. So I'm not familiar with everyday use English, more practical English, but in contemporary novel, those words pops up everywhere. So I needed to look up every single words I don't know. So it was quite a distraction. So I can't proceed reading anymore, and I can't grasp the story, and then unconsciously I consider the book very boring, and then I leave it in my bookshelf for a long time. And time goes by, I feel like I consider myself that I'm not capable of reading. But seeing this situation rationally, it doesn't mean that I'm not capable of reading. I just don't proceed reading and grasp the story. Distraction here is Googling, obviously. So I decided that I want to Google to check new words during reading, and and I tried to guess the meaning using context, and even if I couldn't guess the meaning, I just tried to skip the part. And yeah, I read in that way, and then I realized that I can still grasp the story even without checking the new words. But there are two exceptional situations where you can still Google or look up the dictionary. First, sometimes you cannot construct a story in your brain, or sometimes you realize the contradiction, like, but it doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, that kind of thing happens. And in that case, maybe you mislead the part, you skip it. And yeah, in that case, just back to the part you skipped before and try to understand precisely. Because if you don't understand the part, you will not construct the story anymore. So in that case, you really need to understand the part precisely. Second, you will face the situation like it must mean some sort of negative feeling, but I have no idea exact meaning. And I need to know the meaning, otherwise I can't understand how he or she feels. In order to enjoy the story, it's quite important to emphasize the protagonist's feeling. In that case, please go ahead and check the meaning. It's important. If you follow this tip, I think you can finish reading English novels. But there is one more follow-up tips, and if you follow that, maybe it makes you more easier to finish English novel, which is that choosing the book discreetly. And in order to do so, you need to know what kind of genre you like. In this world, there are so many kinds of genre in novels. For example, criminal, mystery, romance, any other genres. And I think you can find it easily. And it is also important that protagonist is similar to you. If there are lots of common things in you and protagonist, it's much easier for you to emphasize the protagonist, and it makes it more easier to proceed reading. So please keep those things in mind when choosing the book. Since I could finish English novel, I got really excited. Because now, if my favorite author released a new book, I don't have to wait for the book to be translated into Japanese. And once it was released, I could purchase it on Amazon and started to read it on Kindle. That sounds so nice, doesn't it? And last weekend, I went to Kinokuniya Shinjuku, selling only Western books. There are 2 Kinokuniya in Shinjuku, and the Kinokuniya Shinjuku selling Western books is placed in Takashimaya Square. I don't really remember the exact name of the building, but that kind of thing. And then I went there and I got 3 more books. Last weekend, Takashimaya holds the campaign event which offers 20% discount. So I got them. I got 3 of them. Winter in Sokcho, which is written by Elisa Schwa Duspin. I don't know proper pronunciation, but this writer is a French-Korean writer, and now this book is quite popular in the US, and I was so curious. But this is not translated into Japanese yet, but now, I could read this. And this one is the Rosie Project. This one is, I like Eleanor Oliphant very much because protagonist is a little bit weird, and he's a bit weird and too logical and too realistic and a little bit look down people. And then I have a kind of sort of personality too, so I was quite empathized with her. And then I want to read that kind of book. A website introduced that if you like Eleanor Oliphant, maybe you like this one. So I tried to purchase this, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm so excited to read this. And also this one, Small Pleasures. This one is introduced by my favorite blogger in YouTube. She is Australian. I want to feel kind of London atmosphere, British atmosphere. So I tried to purchase this. And this is also got the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2021. So I was so interested in it, so I purchased this. So and now, I'm currently reading this. Compared to Eleanor Oliphant, it's a bit hard to emphasize the protagonist, but still enjoy to read. I hope this video helps those people who have same kind of experience as mine. And I hope you have a good day, and hope you had a good day too. And see you soon in my next video. Bye.